has chosen the storyline spread for your general monthly reading, which is a scattershot across the entire sign, telling 3, 4, or even 5 different stories for people going through different scenarios this month. The stories can be about any topic, so the floor is wide open. People say that often multiple stories do and will resonate with them, but the main goal of the storyline spread is to find that one story that is all about you. And that is what we're going to do today. Welcome into my great Cancers. It is storyline time for your April 2024. Now let's find out what story is all about you. Here's a picture of the overhead of what I'm working with on my table here. As you can see, table full of cards. This is a very big storyline spread. In fact, there's only 3 stories, but a lot of moving parts on all of the stories here, except for really one, which is my middle one. I'm not sure if you can tell because there's so many cards, but it's kind of where the Compassion and the Queen of Wands and the Star is. That's my small story. All the other ones are much bigger, much larger. So we're going to get started right now and figure out what story is all about you guys. And in fact, if you want to see a picture of not just this spread, but all the other ones that I do, I post them on Facebook. So if you want to look at the cards, some people like that. That is available on Facebook. Let's get started. Storyline 1, story 1 in storyline. If you are a Cancer who is dealing with a sickness, stress or anxiety, like in a heavy way, a lot of mental burden going on, very heavy grief, or something like that. And this is recent. This is not like, I've been sad about this one thing for like years. No, it's not that. This is something more like now. Very recent. It's affecting your April. We go into April with you basically being sick. And it's not just sick like virus and germs. It may be that for some people, but it expands out from there because it could be mental sickness, the whole running the whole line of that. So that's what they attach to. So if that sounds like you, that's more than likely your story here. If not, bear with me. We got 2 more to go to here. The next thing they show, the next moving part I have, is they show that there is a male involved here that's upside down. Maybe he's the one that gave you the sickness, right? Something like that. Or, he's sick too. Or maybe he is the one that's sick. Maybe you're not, but you're dealing with, taking care of him or something like that. That's the energy of what we got here. So I got a male who is upside down, which means they're not feeling good. They're upset about something or whatever version of that it is. Obviously, hanging upside down is not a very comfortable position, if you'd imagine, and that's what they mean. Next moving part we have here is kind of being abandoned, left out in the cold. Maybe some of you are having a disconnect with this male because they left you hanging on something. Not really sure the direction of what this is, but this is my card of bankruptcy. Loss, abandonment, being left out in the cold, not feeling the warm and fuzzies at the very least, okay? So whatever this situation they're describing between you and this man, it doesn't really look pleasant as far as April is concerned. Now, here's where things get very interesting, get very good, really. They show hard work next. Actually, I should start with my Sun card. The Sun is the base card. The Sun is the best card in the tarot deck, guys. That's the good news. I know we started out a little dark and dreary, but here's where the sunlight comes out. And I'm not sure what part of April this is. But basically, once you get done dealing with this first weird thing that I just described to you, it doesn't make any sense to me. Hopefully you know what I mean. It gets very good. Everything opens up. The sky opens up. It's like the hurricane just came and moved through and okay, now here we go. The golden energy can come through now. Thank goodness. So that's what they show here, the Sun Golden Energy card. In fact, I'm going to give you some Cancer gold here, a little bit of Cancer gold everywhere for you. That's what I do every time I have the Sun card come up. I don't read the Sun card very much because, my readings are not about just all the happy unicorn stuff, rainbows and bubblegum. My readings are very harsh about, getting the stuff conquered in your life that you really need to attack. And because of that, Spirit usually doesn't talk about that. They talk about the things that are, a little bit harsher, but a little bit more because you can handle it, okay? This is how you make positive change. You learn very little when times are good. But anyway, they're letting you know that this situation, even though it starts weird, gets very good, okay? So bear with it. And they show it's going to be some hard work to get there, okay? So it's not going to come easy necessarily, but you can chop it out, you can get it done, a little bit of hard work, and you're being watched over by one of your deceased loved ones here. I have beloved one that comes up. It says in the card, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So it makes me feel even more that we are talking about, a romantic couple or situation, or maybe Maybe it's siblings between two people. Not all couples are romantically involved, so it's anywhere if they're just very close. And long story short, and the last thing I have here is my moon card inverted, which basically doesn't mean anything about the moon or the moon cycles, which we'll do at the end of your reading. But the moon tarot card inverted means the end of the mystery. The weird stuff that was before is now getting cleared out. It's just like when the sun comes out. It gets rid of that fog. It gets rid of that haze. And now everything is, evaporated up into the sky. It turns into clouds. Well, now we can see things nice and clear. That's what they show. And it's just letting you know that you have your beloved one here helping you out here in story 1. Very good. Rags to riches story right there. Story 2, guys. Story 2, the first thing that they connect to, this is my small one. We have a Queen of Wands. They did let me know not the person. So we're using the energetic definition of my queen, which is the need to nurture the work corner. A lot of my Cancers here, it's basically Spirit saying, hey, this is the corner, guys. You got to work on this, Cancer. You got to work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement, if you're of that age, what you spend your time doing now that you used to do before, your open time, hobbies and interests, learning new things. All that stuff falls into the big umbrella of the work corner. So whatever that you got going on there, they're basically saying, Cancer, that needs the energy. You got to put it there in April. We have the Star card, so it's a card of wish fulfillment, a little bit of destiny going on there. So good things happen if you put the energy there. Okay, your focus has got to be on it to really attract the good things. That's what they show, and they show compassion here too. So some of you are dealing with some things or some situations there that are very sad, or it's pitiful for somebody else that is attached to this in a weird way, because it says soften your heart with respect to the situation and all people involved. But that also includes you, okay, including yourself. So, be compassionate about other people, but also don't be too hard on yourself either. So it's the energy of being a little soft here, even though you need to put the energy on a pretty strong focal beam toward work. Okay, so things going on in the wish fulfillment sector, less about your choices, more about destiny, but you got to do the work to get there, to open that door. Good time to remind you too, guys, that this is a general reading. It's not going to hit everybody the same exact way. It's because it's general. We're reading for all of Cancers, not just you. All of your Cancer friends are here in this bubble energy. If you're looking for readings or information, messages that are personal, private, specific only to you, I offer a wide variety of those services on my website, from small all the way up to full service. Got a little something for everybody there. ScottSagent.com, guys. Let's get into your story 3. Story 3, the attachment card that we talk about this is for my Cancers who are kind of getting new freedom lately. You got something done, put something to bed, overcame something, and now you have more freedom, more mobility, more openness in your paths. This could likely be your story here. They show new love coming in next, but it's on a block, so it's saying like hesitation toward new love on a delay, not here yet, but maybe later type of thing. But maybe it's starting to enter into the picture here, at least in April. Okay, maybe it's something that you're at least thinking about or something like that. So anyway, they show also my Hermit card inverted. So that shows a lot of my Cancers actually are thinking about being more together with other people. Even if it's my singles, it's very obvious. You're thinking about, what kind of partner you're trying to attract, how you can do that, what you're looking for, red flags, what you'll deal with, what you won't deal with, second-class behavior, etc. For those of you who are coupled up, this could just mean the attentiveness toward wanting to be around family and loved ones, like more in April than usual. Okay, so either way, you can see different versions of the same messaging there. The last thing they show here is it's really important to take great pride of your finances as well as health. I'm not sure what version of that message is for you guys. In fact, I have a very big message to unveil here about everybody for May, but this reading's for April. We'll talk about the May thing on my Facebook page, so just follow that, and you won't miss that part, because that is more financial, at least what I believe it to be. And this here, they're saying really kind of take great pride in it. So what does it mean to take great pride in something? Well, if you take great pride in a car, you keep it clean, you wash it, you wax it, you're putting energy into it, right? To keep it and maintain it. Well, that's what they're talking about doing for either your health or your finances. Put the energy into it, maintain it, okay? Keep a good eye on it, keep it in balance, all that stuff. They show peace. Peace comes in my Oracle Angel card, which in the card it says, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. I pay the most attention to peace, okay? They're trying to get you to find peace, find contentment with where you're just okay with what is going on here in April, and you're okay with the fact that maybe you don't have that other person, or you're not spending as much time as you want to with your family members, okay? This is not going to be forever. This is just April, okay? So just remind yourself that, and you can control what you can control, and you can't what you can't, okay? Just remember that. Let's get into your Rune Stone, guys, before I send you into the moon cycles. Moon cycle, we do have a very, very big super new moon. This is actually the last super new moon of 2024. So it is the last kind of biggest window of opportunity for you guys to attract new things into your life. If you're trying to get anything out of your life, we didn't really talk about either in your reading, maybe less relevant to most of my bubble cancers, but if you're a Cancer specifically trying to add something to your life or get something out of your life, pay attention to those moon cycles. We got that super new moon, and that is the best time to bring new things in for the rest of 2024. Your Rune Stone, guys. Your Rune Stone, I believe that's one that is not on my board. Yeah, it's not. This is the Rune Stone of fertility. Double checking to make sure I'm not wrong. And it is not on there. I got 2 Rune Stones that are not on my Rune Bear board here. But anyway, fertility, very abundantly clear what that means. For some of you, it could mean like physical world fertile. Okay, so take that how you take that. Avoid it if you're trying to avoid it. Go for it if you're going for it. Fertility for other people could mean that the ground is very fertile to be doing new things here, to be getting that sunlight to come in here. Very fertile ground to be putting energy into work. Like good things are going to come out of it because the ground is very fertile. So it's just like if you got seeds in the dirt, what's going to happen if you don't water it? Not much. But as soon as you put the energy into it, which is, you water the crops, those seeds there, well, guess what? Good things can happen. That's what they show here with fertility. And that fertility here in story 3, being very rich in family, being very rich about, the opportunity is there to really figure out what you want. Figure out what you want so you can attract what you want, chase what you want, and really kind of manifest what you want. So very good Rune Stone to conclude with. Let's get into those moon cycles. And I think I already told you that I don't think I did. I'll tell you now. The homily is going to be a separate reading this month. The homily is not going to be at the end of this reading, but it will be a separate reading with the urgent readings. And looking on my chart, you guys do get an urgent reading. Cancers get a yes or a no. So if you have a yes or no Cancer, yes or no question, Cancer, start thinking about what that is right now, and in a few days we're going to attempt to answer that for you, so make sure you tune back into that. Let's get into those moon cycles. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things, really help bring it in. Adversely, the full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. When this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there. Something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go. That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. Doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future readings. Remember that your homily will be posted in a standalone video on April 6th or 7th. I'll see you guys then. Have an excellent April. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.